All right. Well, hello, Juice Plus family. Whether you are a customer, whether you are a partner, or whether you are just someone who has heard about Juice Plus and you want to find out more, you're still part of the family. And I have a feeling you probably will be joining us very soon if you're not already a part of the official Juice Plus family. Hang on a second. My dear husband is trying to join and he can't figure out what the password is. All right. So we are going to go ahead and get started with this because this call is designed to be a 30-minute call. And myself, my business partner, Tina Marie White, and my husband, Troy Fitch, are going to be doing this call weekly on Wednesdays. The first and third Wednesday, we will be doing this at 6:30 p.m. And on the second and fourth Wednesday, we will be doing this at 12 noon. And on the last call of the month, my husband Troy will be talking about tower gardens. So for those of you who want to be gardeners, this will be a great call for you to be on. So today we are going to talk about cancer and Juice Plus. And I'm actually going to be sharing my story with you as both a Juice Plus partner and a cancer survivor. And I'm going to be telling you about my story, and I'm going to be telling you about Juice Plus, and I'm going to be telling you a little bit about cancer in general, what I learned from that experience. So in the fall of 2010, I was introduced to Juice Plus, and like a lot of people, I said no, not once, not twice, probably not even 3 times. It was probably more than that. And the beautiful lady who introduced me to Juice Plus was persistent. She was not pushy, but she was persistent and dripped on me, if you will. I had a health center. My husband and I had a health center that we opened when we moved to this area from Dallas, Texas. And I used to have all kinds of people come in and tell me latest and greatest product. And I had gotten to where I was kind of closed off to really hearing about anything. And so I just politely declined everything. So this beautiful lady kept on me. And one day she called me and told me that she had some extra tickets to hear Dr. Rick DuBois, who is going to be in Charlotte, which is where I live. And would I like to go? And I thought, well, I'm going to go. So I did. And y'all, it was life-changing. And in that 1 hour, I was so moved that I called her the next morning and said, bring me everything you have. I'm ready to sign up. I didn't really know what I was signing up for, but I just knew that I wanted to be part of whatever Rick DuBois was talking about. And if you have never heard him before, go back, find some old recordings. He is amazing. And he passed away this last year. It was a very sad loss, but he was absolutely brilliant. And I truly owe him a lot. Well, about 6 months after that, I was diagnosed with cervical cancer. And I ended up, that was in May of 2011. I started treatment in June of 2011. And it was really very, very difficult. And there were many occasions where it was a life-threatening situation. I underwent external radiation, chemo, internal radiation. I had 17 blood transfusions, and I was in the hospital multiple times. I had a tumor that was a little over 10 centimeters, and they think that I had had this tumor for about 3 years. And the way that I found out was because the tumor had been there for so long that it started to create its own blood supply. And then one day it decided to start hemorrhaging. And that's where a lot of my blood loss occurred. And I almost didn't make it to the hospital. I had to go to the emergency room. They still didn't know what was wrong with me. I ended up in surgery and then in the ICU for a couple days, only to discover that I did indeed have cervical cancer. So the process started with my treatment. And I remember my sponsor would tell me, just take as much Juice Plus as you can. And I was so sick from the treatment that I really could not eat or drink anything. And she would just tell me, just take what you can, just get it in your body, just take it. And I did. And I have to say that it was probably the only real nutrition that I got while I was going through treatment. Now, with my particular stage of cancer, I was not a candidate to have surgery at the end of my treatment. They normally, with my stage, they do not do a hysterectomy or remove anything. They just don't do it. However, because of certain things, they were able to do surgery. And in August of 2011, I had a full hysterectomy, and both my primary oncologist and my internal radiation oncologist were in that surgery. And both of them said that they had never seen a tumor shrink that much that quickly. And only because of that were they able to actually do the surgery, and they removed all of the cancer. And on that day, I became cancer-free. It's not to say that I'm cancer-free, but I still do have some long-term effects from the treatment, which is normal. However, I was still kind of dealing with some other issues. So because of all the blood transfusions, one of the things that they told me was, well, it will take you about 6 months to get your blood levels back up to where they should be at a normal level. Well, y'all, it took 6 weeks. And I remember looking back on this and thinking, okay, how did this happen? Like, what in the world? Like, I didn't do anything else other than what they told me to do. I did some other integrative healing things. I am a holistic health practitioner. I've been a holistic health practitioner for over 25 years. And I did a few other things in addition to the traditional treatment that I had. But for the most part, the only difference that I had was that I took Juice Plus. And when I did start to feel a little bit better, I was taking a little bit more of it. And I realized after hearing some other things and reading some certain things that it was the Juice Plus, I totally firmly believe, that made such a big difference in my recovery. And in fact, my primary oncologist was so amazed with my recovery that he told me that. And he, at that time, was the head of the GYN oncology department. He had been practicing this particular medicine for many, many, many years. And it was a pretty big deal to hear that from someone like him, to say, I'm just amazed at your recovery, because I was literally being pushed around in a wheelchair by my husband. I was unable to pretty much function the entire time that I was in treatment. So one of the things that I think that a lot of people with serious illnesses, even cancer, will do is start to question themselves, and they'll start to ask themselves, well, how did this happen? Why did this happen to me? How did I get cancer? And I have to tell you and be honest that I was a little bit surprised, because in my mind, I'm thinking, wait a second, I've been studying holistic health for a long time, and I thought that I knew what I needed to do to prevent things like this from happening. Like, how did this happen? So I knew that only about 5 to 10% of cancer is hereditary and genetic. The rest of it is due to lifestyle and environment. And so I started doing some research into what did I do that caused this? Now, with cervical cancer, it is the only cancer that is actually caused by a virus. It is caused by the HPV virus. And it is a virus that 85 to 90% of all adults have in their body. But most people, men and women, will clear that virus. So I thought, okay, what is it that causes some people to clear it over other people that don't? So in my quest, I discovered some specific things that contribute to cervical cancer. And when I looked at the list of things, it kind of it was kind of like a big slap in the head with a 2x4, because I realized, you know what? I can identify with each and every one of these things as a cause as to why I did not clear this virus. The number one thing that I saw was a lack of fruits and vegetables. And I had to be honest and ask myself, do you think that really applies to you? And the answer was yes, I do think that applies to me. When I would go into the chemo lab or the hospital, whatever, and they have bulletin boards on the wall, I would invariably see signs that would say, eat fruits and vegetables, eat fruits and vegetables. It was the number one thing on the board. Yet when I met with the hospital dietitian, which my chemo oncology doctor had me meet with because I wasn't eating, I was like, it's not that I don't know what to eat, it's that I can't eat. Not one single time did she say to me, make sure you're eating fruits and vegetables. It was eat whatever you can, drink Gatorade, just eat whatever you can that you can tolerate. And I have heard other cancer patients, survivors, who have told me the same exact thing. They don't really talk about how important it is to get fruits and vegetables into your body. So I became a little obsessed with doing more research and finding out, okay, what is it with these fruits and vegetables? And I was in Juice Plus, but I wasn't really in Juice Plus with both feet. It was more like I had my toe kind of in the pool, but not really all the way, didn't really jump all in there. And y'all, I knew from the very first chemo treatment that I had that I wanted to use my experience to be able to help other people, mainly to prevent what I had to go through, but also to help them if they were in that situation and they were going through treatment. And today it is my number one mission. And I am so proud to partner with a company like Juice Plus, whose very mission is to inspire healthy living around the world. And I have heard from many people, many medical professionals in this business, and we have a lot of fantastic medical professionals in this company. And to hear them speak about cancer and the relationship between food and cancer. And the reality is that whole food nutrition is absolutely vital for prevention, and it's also absolutely vital with treatment. Now, I am not saying that it cures cancer or it will prevent you from ever having cancer. I am not saying that at all. However, there are so many studies and so much research that prove beyond a shadow of a doubt that whole food nutrition makes a difference. And there are so many studies and there's so much research around the idea that the standard American diet, which is the SAD diet, and it really is a sad diet, has created a lot more health problems in our country than it has helped. And we have to really, really pay attention to that. And I love being in a company that with people who get that idea. That is just amazing that everyone understands how important whole food nutrition is. And we want to share that with other people, and we want other people to be healthy, and we want other people to not have to have the kind of treatment, invasive, horrible treatment that I had to have. And so many people have to have once they actually get cancer or any kind of horrific disease. And there are certainly other contributions to our health other than just food choices. We have environmental choices and toxins in our environment. And I mean, we all know, for example, that smoking can contribute to lung cancer, right? We all know that. It's just a common thing that we all know, right? We all know that there are certain chemicals that have been proven to be cancer inducing. We all know that. And yet, when it comes to food choices, sometimes we tend to think, I don't really know about that. And we're governed more by what our desire is and our taste buds than what really is effective for our body. And I want to make a very clear distinction between whole food nutrition and vitamin supplements, because I hear a lot of doctors who will prescribe vitamin supplements for their patients over Juice Plus, which, if you don't know by now, Juice Plus is not a vitamin supplement. It is a whole food product, and the label on there says whole food. It is, and what is very important is the fact that it is the whole food, right? It's not just part of the fruit or vegetable. It's the whole thing. It's the peel, it's the stem, it's the seeds. And there are so much healing properties in those things that it's important that you get it in your body. And I am just beyond grateful for Juice Plus, knowing that they were smart enough to put the whole darn thing in the product. So they have the Juice Plus has these local farmers, some which they've been in business with for over 25 years. And these farmers love growing products for Juice Plus. They are pesticide free, they're toxin free. You know that they're high quality. They're picked when they are at the very ripest moment. And then they are sent to where they do all the magic, and they take out the water and they take out the sugar and they flash dry it into little powders, and then they put it in a capsule. Now, for a cancer patient, this is so convenient. Now, you also have gummies, which for some cancer patients who have difficulty swallowing anything, the gummies are amazing. So you can either take the capsule apart and empty the powder out if you can't take the capsule, or use a gummy. There's also the complete meal replacement, which is a plant-based, whole food, complete meal that is perfect for someone who's going through treatment that can't really eat anything. And it is the perfect combination for cancer survivors in particular. And we're not going to get into a lot of biochemistry and chemistry of cancer and why and this and that, but it's really important to understand that there are 7 pathways, cancer pathways in the body, and Juice Plus affects every single one of those in a positive way. There are almost 50 research studies that have been done on the Juice Plus product, not by Juice Plus, but by independent, peer-reviewed scientific communities, universities published all over the world that show the effectiveness of Juice Plus. And they include cancer studies that show how beneficial it is to take Juice Plus. And the whole idea of not feeding your body whole food nutrition while you are going through treatment is just not correct. You need the whole food nutrition because the cancer is affecting a certain part of where it is. But the rest of your body, it needs nutrition. Over 40% of cancer patients will die not because of the cancer, but because of malnutrition. Because let's face it, if they're like me, they're not eating. How many cancer patients have you seen that lose a significant amount of weight? They're pale. They're not healthy. Whole food nutrition is important for your body to get that nutrition in it, not only for the cancer, but for the rest of your body, to help the rest of your body to thrive and to overcome and to recover from the damage. Because let's face it, y'all, I'll tell you right now, the treatment for cancer is poison to your body. Okay. And there were a lot of my holistic health friends and colleagues who were just horrified that I was going to do traditional treatment. They're like, you can't do that. What are you doing? You can't do that. It was a life and death situation. And I would never, ever tell anyone not to do that. I believe that we make our own choices when it comes to our health. And I encourage my clients to be proactive with your health. That is the most important thing that I can leave with you today, is to be proactive with your health and do your own research and listen to the amazing, incredible talent that we have in the Juice Plus community. And I am, again, like I said, so grateful to Juice Plus, because not only did they give me a product which I believe virtually saved my life, but they also have given me an opportunity to have this as a business model and to be able to share it with other people. And this is a company that is over 50 years old. In the 70s, they were doing smoke alarm stuff. In the 80s, it was water purification. In the 90s, that's when Juice Plus came out. And it has just exponentially just grown. And it's the kind of business that you can do part-time, you can do full-time, you can have a few little customers that maybe pay for your products. They have a child's program that when they have an adult who is taking Juice Plus can get Juice Plus for those kids from the age of 4 through college. They can get their Juice Plus for free, y'all. There is no other company on the planet that does that. It is a company that cares about people, whether it's a customer who's taking Juice Plus for their health, whether it is a partner who is sharing Juice Plus with friends and family or other people. They care, and it is incredible. And I don't know of too many companies where you can reach a certain level and get a benefits package where your health insurance is paid. You get college tuition reimbursement for your kids. You get an expense report, expense package. You get parties and trips and awards, and just it's amazing. Plus, it's a very lucrative income. It's residual income. It's an amazing business to be a part of. And I would encourage you to reach out to the person who invited you today, hook up with them if you are not already a partner with Juice Plus, and you can get started. There are some great promotional things that are going on this month. We are on TV, national TV. The ads dropped yesterday on the Discovery Channel. And so we are big time, y'all. We are big time, and people are going to be seeing it. And there is no other company like it in the world. There's not a company out there that has as many research studies as we have, that has had as much success as we have. It is amazing. So with that, I am going to leave you today. This is being recorded. It will be up on my YouTube channel, which the YouTube channel is called Authentic Inside and Out. And if you do an @ thing, it is at Authentic Inside and Out 1929. So that recording will be on there in a few days. And the next week we have Tina Marie White will be joining us, and she will be talking about mental health and Juice Plus. So you guys have a great day, and I look forward to seeing you next time.